years. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's National Magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz. The Angie Lewis State Farm Agency is located at 1122 Northeast 36th Avenue, where visitors are always welcome and the coffee pot is always on.
Hello, I'm Dawn Lovell, lead event designer and owner at Party Time Rentals. Have you ever wondered what it takes to make an event spectacular? Well, look no further. It's what we do every day. Whether you're hosting an intimate dinner for 10 or a gala for thousands, at Party Time Rentals, we find just the right style and elegance to make your event a success. Our extensive inventory of the finest in chandeliers, tents, crystal, china, and specialty items is featured in our fabulous showroom. Stop by and say hello. It's a great way to get ideas for an event and experience for yourself how you can make your party time special.
Party Time Rentals, located on Southwest 10th Street, just off Route 200 in Ocala, and off Southwest 34th Street in Gainesville. For more information, call 352-629-8858. That's 352-629-8858. The party begins at Party Time.
WOCA, Ocala Radio.
Life may not come with guarantees, but buying your next vehicle from Ford Lincoln of Ocala sure does. Start with their 7-day new vehicle price guarantee. If you find the identical new Ford or Lincoln vehicle anywhere else for less, Ford Lincoln of Ocala will refund you 110% of the difference. That's guaranteed. In the market for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Buy with confidence with Ford Lincoln of Ocala's 30-day pre-owned exchange policy. That's guaranteed. Ford Lincoln of Ocala's goal is to make buying your next vehicle fun, simple, fast, and guaranteed. Shop Ford Lincoln of Ocala today on North Highway 441, open 7 days a week, or shop at home at FordofOcala.com. A 7-day new vehicle price guarantee, a 30-day pre-owned vehicle exchange policy. That's buying with confidence. That's buying from Ford Lincoln of Ocala. That's guaranteed. Ford Lincoln of Ocala reserves the right to verify quotes, advertise prices, 30-day pre-owned exchange policy, or 1,000 miles from date of purchase. Does not apply to vehicles sold as is. See dealer for complete details.
So what did you do with your weekend? Me? I was flying, because I'm taking flying lessons from Ocala Aviation. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, hey, I'd like to give that a shot, but I'm not quite sure. Well, I've got the solution. It's called the Discovery Flight, and that's exactly what it is. It helps you discover the wonder of flying and if it's for you. It's only $99, and it gives you the chance to learn a bit more about the airplane and then actually go for a ride with a flight instructor and take control of the airplane. That's how I got started, and now I'm on my way to being a pilot. Yeah, I know, scary thought, right? But the demand for qualified pilots is stronger than ever, and with the help of Ocala Aviation, you could make a career change and learn to be a commercial pilot. But it all starts with a Discovery Flight. So stop by the flight school, conveniently located at the Ocala Airport, visit the website at ocalaaviation.com, or call 861-7484. That's 861-7484. Ocala Aviation. Your adventure starts here.
Rocky Top music in honor of all you Vol fans out there.
I hate that song.
Who, by the way, aren't going to show your face probably. I wouldn't if I were you either. Looking at the card, by the way.
That's got to be the worst song ever.
For the card for football, college football, not too enticing. I mentioned the 17-point line. Florida favored by 17. Of course, you know what I won't pick. I won't pick Florida ever again late points after what they did in that first game. They ran the clock out on their own 5-yard line. So I'm done with that. So that's not happening for me. Another interesting game, really interesting game. Texas laid 4.5 to Kansas State.
Kansas State's going to win that game.
It's not the Kansas State team we used to know, by the way.
But Texas is terrible.
They certainly have played that way. I think they're a better football team than they've played. It's a dangerous line. It may be a sucker bet, you know? And, you know, look at Alabama laying 39.5 points to Jim McElwain, the old defensive coordinator in Colorado State. 39.5 points. Wow. Interesting game. And then you get down to this game, really intrigued me. Stanford laying 7.5 to Arizona State. Stanford's a very good football team.
Is it at Arizona State?
It's at Stanford.
Oh, well, at least Arizona State won't have their referees.
Yeah. That's true. And
Well, Stanford wins a lot of games, but they don't.
They don't beat the
Cover
brakes
it.
off.
pound it
Yeah,
out.
they don't
pound it out.
score.
They're content to run down the field and control the ball.
Yeah, for being in the same conference, Oregon and Stanford are complete opposites.
I think David Shaw is a terrific football coach.
he's going to
He's
coach
gonna
in
be
the
a-
NFL.
His buddy
someday.
thinks David Shaw's going to end up at Texas.
He ought to.
I don't know about all that.
Well, he may not be a Texas guy, but I'm telling you, Texas got plenty of money if they want him. So, and then the other one is that don't go to sleep on Auburn getting 17.5 against LSU, okay? Malzahn's offense is really playing well. That quarterback is playing decent. I know it's a lot of points. I know the LSU's playing, and Edinburgh is playing well for them this year. He's another level. I'm not convinced that's a laydown. I'm looking at that. So,
Both teams are 3-0, by the way.
yeah, well, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
They played
Auburn's 3-0 is a lot different than
Yeah,
LSU.
but Malzahn's done a really good job with that team. He really has brought him back. So, you guys see anything yet? We won't make our picks till tomorrow. Anything jump out at you there?
I like Stanford a lot, actually, what you just said.
Okay.
Arizona State won a fluke game last week. There's no way they can come back and win again this week.
Yeah.
And 7 points doesn't seem. What is it, 7.5?
Which one?
Stanford.
7.5.
7.5.
Yeah, that half point's a killer, man.
Scary.
That's a really tough one. So, but the card's not nearly as good as we had earlier in the year. And
The last couple weeks in college football have been kind of.
well, it's because you picked lousy like me.
I was 5-1 last week.
You were?
Yeah.
Wow. I beg your pardon.
Yeah. I like Wisconsin laying 24.5 up against Purdue, buddy.
It's interesting. What will happen after
Purdue
us?
stinks.
What if that whole thing and the officials takes them down?
I think it could do one of two things. That or the complete opposite.
I usually do a game that jumps out. Thursday's game jumps out.
Clemson.
Clemson going into North Carolina State,
It's
a
gonna be
place that it's very difficult to win at. And they're 13.5-point favorites.
How about the Thursday night NFL game now? Andy Reid going
Yeah.
back to home to Philadelphia, and the Eagles coming off a bitter defeat.
I got Kansas City winning that game outright.
Yeah, well,
Are they underdogs?
Yeah, 3.5 points.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I got
All right.
Kansas City winning it outright.
just wrap it up. By the way, you guys hear the story about you heard about your kid earlier in the week got killed playing football up in 16-year-old in Western New York.
13 years old.
No, the one up in New York was 16. This is a different
The
one.
one that got hit in the head.
Right, that's a different one. This one is a 12-year-old boy. This is bizarre. Died after a severe allergic reaction to ant bites while warming up during halftime of a South Texas middle school football game. Now that is really bizarre. Cameron Espinozo died days after being bitten multiple times by fire ants.
Fire ants will tear you up,
Well, of
boy.
course, they were, especially if you're allergic. And he used a water bottle to try and flush away the ants before eventually losing consciousness. And, it's a bizarre thing to happen on the football
I wonder how many
field.
times he got bit. Because if you get bit 500-600 times by
Well,
some
yeah,
ants,
they could be bit. And if you ever had a child that had to get bit by fire ants, that's a scary deal. So, anyway, tomorrow on the